The eight is economics, like I've mentioned before, and this is, I think, for most people who live in big cities, London, New York, Tokyo, it's owning a home, right? Because for most people, the rate of inflation, for example, does not correlate well with our pay. It's increasingly harder to own our own home, and naturally, renting feels, in a way we feel vulnerable. I mean, there's nothing wrong with renting, but, the landlord can come back anytime and say, look, you've got a month or 3 months notice, I want this house back, I'm gonna sell this house and you have to move out. Stuff like that is a safety risk, right? It doesn't make you feel stable. And so in general, this is out of our control. There's not much that we can do, but I think the only thing that we can do to affect this topic is to ensure that we study the right things. I think a lot of people who did not study STEM courses during university, I think are really having a hard time now, and especially in this age bracket, because there are just some fields that can't really grow or go beyond a certain pay packet, if that makes sense. For example, say something like personal trainer. I know a lot of people who studied sports science in university, and the closest thing that you can use sports science for would be something like a PE teacher, a personal trainer. But, as a former personal trainer, these fields, there is a roof, there is a ceiling to what you can achieve and gain in these type of fields. And so, the only thing that we can control is to ensure that we study the right things, and you can have a career change. It's not too late to change career. It's going to require you, like in the other point, to learn new things. You have to have an open mind, and you have to have a focus and dedication to learn these things. But I think something that our education system fails us with is that we are not given a good amount of time to research the fields, right? I mean, AI is becoming very prominent now, right? But in my time, let's say around, the millennium, 2000, 2002, no one was talking about AI. No one had that foresight into the future with regards to these technologies and how they might change these job roles. And this is in part why we don't have job for lives now, because technology has changed life so much. So this is why it's our responsibility to ride that wave and to evolve with the times. This is why learning new things is very crucial. It is one of those areas that we think about every day. We think about money every day, and it is probably the number one reason why, to be honest, a lot of us feel depressed, is that without money, we don't really have a certain level of freedom, a capacity to move around in life. We are stuck. Without savings, we are in an immediate risk of homelessness, for example. So it's very important.